Hello, little dreamers. Welcome back to Dream Desk Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we return to Lumi's Lucky Shop, a small, warm place in the middle of a busy city where soft lights glow and quiet hearts are always welcome. Tonight's story is about courage, but not the loud kind, not the kind that stands on a stage or shouts in a big voice. Tonight's story is about a different kind of courage, the kind that feels very small, the kind that feels a little shaky, the kind that says, maybe we shouldn't do that. So snuggle into your blanket, take a slow breath in and out. Let's begin. It was a soft afternoon in the city. The sun was not too bright. The wind was not too strong. Everything felt calm. Inside Lumi's Lucky Shop, the golden light rested gently on the wooden floor. The shelves were full of small magical things, tiny jars, soft candles, little charms. Beast sat by the door, still, watching. Lion slept in a basket, curled into a warm golden ball. Lumi stood behind the counter, sorting tiny paper stars into a glass bowl. Each star held a whisper of magic, hope, calm, kindness. It was a peaceful moment until, ting, the door opened. A boy stepped inside. He was about 7 years old. He wore his school uniform. His backpack hung slightly crooked on his shoulders. But what Lumi noticed first was not his clothes. It was his face. He looked worried, not loud worry, not crying, the quiet kind. The kind you carry inside. Hello, Lumi said gently. The boy nodded, but didn't speak. He stepped in slowly. The door closed behind him. Ting. He stood there, looking at the floor. Lion lifted his head. Beast turned slightly. The boy's hands were tight, very tight. Would you like to sit? Lumi asked. He nodded. He walked to the chair by the window and sat down, but he didn't relax. His shoulders stayed stiff. His eyes stayed low. Lion climbed out of his basket and padded over slowly. Step, step, step. He gently leaned against the boy's leg. The boy froze, then looked down. Lion blinked slowly. The boy's shoulders dropped, just a little. Beast moved closer too. Not touching, just there. Lumi stepped closer. What brings you here? She asked softly. The boy didn't answer right away. He stared at his hands, then whispered, I think I need help. Lumi nodded. I'm glad you came, she said. The boy swallowed. I don't know what to do. Lumi sat on the stool across from him. "You can tell me slowly," she said. The boy nodded. "My friend," he began, then stopped. "It's okay," Lumi said gently. The boy tried again. "My friend at school. He does things that are not good." Lumi listened carefully. "What kind of things?" she asked softly. The boy hesitated. "He takes things that are not his." Lumi nodded slowly. "From other kids' bags," the boy whispered. His voice got smaller. "And sometimes he tells me to do it too." The room felt very quiet. Lumi did not interrupt. The boy's hands tightened again. "I don't want to," he said. "But I don't say anything." His voice shook. "I just stand there." Silence. Then, very quietly, "I think that's wrong." Lumi nodded. "It sounds like your heart knows what is right." The boy looked up quickly. "But I don't say it," he said. His eyes filled with worry. "I don't say stop. I don't say that's not okay. I don't say anything." His voice broke slightly. "I just stay quiet." He looked down. "I think I'm not brave." Lion shifted closer. Beast sat very still. Lumi leaned forward gently. "That is a very hard place to be," she said softly. The boy nodded. "I feel weird inside," he whispered. "My chest feels tight. My stomach feels funny. My head says, say something, but I can't." Lumi nodded. "That feeling is real," she said. The boy looked surprised. "You're not just making it up." He blinked. "I'm not?" "No." Lumi stood slowly and walked to the shelf. She picked up a small wooden box. Simple, warm, familiar. She brought it back. "This is a courage box," she said. The boy looked at it. "Like before?" he asked. Lumi smiled slightly. "This one is a little different." She opened it. Inside were 3 new things: a small, smooth stone, a thin green thread, and a folded paper. "What does this one do?" he asked. Lumi picked up the stone. "This is a truth stone," she said. "It reminds your heart what you already know is right." She placed it in his hand. It was warm. The boy held it tightly. Then she picked up the green thread. "This is a speaking thread." "What does it do?" he asked. "It helps your voice come out, even when it feels stuck." The boy looked unsure. "What if it doesn't work?" Lumi smiled gently. "It doesn't make the fear go away." The boy's shoulders dropped slightly. Oh, but it helps you speak, even when the fear is still there. The boy looked at the thread again. That sounds hard. Lumi nodded. It is. Then she handed him the folded paper. He opened it slowly. It read, "You can feel scared and still choose what is right." The boy read it again. "And still choose what is right," he whispered. His fingers tightened around the paper. "I thought I had to not be scared first," he said. Lumi shook her head. "No," she said. "You can be scared and still be brave." The boy sat very still, thinking. "What if my friend gets mad?" he asked. Lumi nodded. "That might happen. What if he doesn't want to be my friend anymore?" Lumi paused. "That might happen too." The boy's eyes dropped. "Then what do I do?" Lumi's voice stayed very gentle. "You listen to your heart first," she said. "Friends are important. But what is right is important too." The boy swallowed. "That feels really hard." "I know," Lumi said softly. Lion climbed fully into his lap. Warm, steady. Beast moved closer. The shop felt safe. Lumi leaned closer. "Let's practice," she said. The boy looked nervous. "Just one sentence," she said. "Okay." "Say this," Lumi said gently. "I don't think we should do that." The boy froze. His heart beat faster. "I can't," he whispered. "That's okay," Lumi said. "Try it quietly first." The boy looked down, then whispered, "I don't think we should do that." Very soft, very small. Lumi nodded. "That is courage." The boy blinked. "Really?" "Yes." It felt scary. That's how courage often feels. He took another breath, then said it again, a little louder. "I don't think we should do that." Lion purred. Beast blinked. The boy's shoulders relaxed slightly. "I did it," he said quietly. "You did," Lumi said. At the door, he paused. "What if I can't say it tomorrow?" Lumi smiled. "Then you try again the next day." He nodded. "Okay." And then he stepped outside. Ting. The city moved as always. But something inside him had changed. The next day, at school, his friend reached into another bag. The boy felt it again. The tight chest, the fast heart, the stuck voice. But this time, he held the thread in his pocket. He remembered the stone. He remembered the words. And very quietly, "I don't think we should do that." His voice shook, but it came out. And that was courage. That night, Lumi sat upstairs, Beast beside her, Lion asleep. She looked out at the city lights and whispered, "Courage is not loud, but it changes everything." About the note pressed to a small chest, about the way love could look like such simple things. A warm drink, a soft light, a ribbon, a promise to rest. Lumi looked out over the rooftops. Somewhere out there, in a small room lit by a pink candle, a tired mother was resting with a white stone in her hand. And beside her sat a little girl who loved her very much. Lumi closed her eyes for a moment and whispered a tiny blessing into the night air. "For gentle healing," she said, "for warm rooms, for resting hearts, for mothers who need time, for children who love them." The city answered with soft sounds. A faraway door closing, a cart rolling over stone, a breeze touching the shop sign, and below, Lumi's lucky shop glowed on, ready for the next tender story to walk through its door. And now, the little shop is quiet again. The door has gently closed, and the soft bell has stopped ringing. The little girl has gone home, holding her small bottle carefully, as if it were something very, very precious. Because inside that tiny bottle was not just magic, but love. Lumi stands quietly for a moment, watching the door. She smiles softly, a warm, gentle kind of smile. Because tonight, she didn't just help someone, she helped a heart that cared very deeply. The lantern light flickers gently, and the two little cats curl up close again. Everything feels calm, soft, and safe. You did so well just by listening today. Now it's time to rest. Let your body relax and feel warm and comfortable. Take a slow breath in and slowly breathe out. Remember, it's okay to be gentle. It's okay to care. Your kindness is something very special. And just like tonight, even the smallest gift can carry the biggest love. Good night, sweet dreams, and I'll see you again in the next story.